completely sold to launch it, and this is how much it actually cost me to launch it, and it now has around 20,000 users. I vibe coded this app completely solo. First up, $142 in Brazil, where the app is hosted. This one hurt, but it spiked because of traffic. Great problem to have though. Up next, $51 on V0. Good app though. Great
Did she just appreciate the problem? I mean, but it's
hurt, but it spiked because of
spite because of traffic.
traffic. Great problem to have though. Up next, $51 on V0. This honestly replaced months of coding anxiety for me. I sent over 600 messages, and each message is priced based on complexity. Next, 20 over a million images have been uploaded, which is crazy to me. I spent about $230 to ship this out. I'm Marissa, and I try to bring transparency to building things on the internet. And this is how much it actually cost me to launch it, and it now has under data and images. So far, over a million images have been uploaded, which is crazy to me. I spent about $230 to ship this out. 20,000
System lagging. Hmm.
It's forever. So you send lazy prompts and you get mediocre results. I've been there and it's not fun. Let me show you how I changed my entire dev workflow. I use Whisperflow to dictate full prompts with complete context. I describe what I need in plain English, and Flow formats it with proper pacing, file paths, and function names. Everything I know you hate type.
We're at a point in the AI race where the big dogs have sort of been solidified. Not to say that a new company where I personally believe Google is going to be the winner of the AI race. Now, in recording this video, I want to be completely honest. I don't own any Google stock. I probably should, but I don't. With that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. I'm going to be sharing with you again why I think Google's going to win the AI race. But first, let's talk about the different verticals that I think are important to capture victory in this AI race. You have
That's true. Oh fuck, where's that? There's a Reddit post I saw. Was it Reddit? Mhm. Yeah, it was Reddit. Can I find it? Please, please, please. I hope I do. Mhm. I hope I do.
the companies that manufacture the chips. First, we have NVIDIA. And let's be honest, NVIDIA is winning. The founders are winning, the stockholders are winning, the employees are winning. NVIDIA has a.
Can I try this one? Hmm. Come on, bro. Come on. This fucking mouse. Bro. Fuck you. I mean, you guys just have fun.
comfortable lead when it comes to chip manufacturing, and they also have a lot of partnerships, and they also have the government support, which is key when it comes to this whole AI race. And then you have the companies that are serving inference, that are doing inference, and you have Grok with a Q, Cerebrus, Amazon, and Microsoft API. If you've used the Anthropic API, Anthropic's API, in my opinion, is terrible. Most startups that I've worked at, actually all startups that I've worked at, have either used Amazon or Microsoft, particularly Amazon Bedrock, to have access to these models, right? And basically what these inference companies do is they architect these hardware setups in order for you to have fast inference, right? So speed and reliability is the game here. And then you have the models themselves, right? And this is where a lot of competition exists. You have OpenAI, Anthropic, Meta.
Hold on, man. I will just duplicate this. Okay. One more fucking time and I'm gonna lose my shit. Have this fit. What's this person just always saying happy Friday? What's up, everyone? That's too. Hi, mommy.
DeepSeek, Kimi, you have Mistral, and all these different labs. We know that the big dogs really competing are OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google. I definitely think Meta can catch up. I wouldn't put it past Zucks. Zucks is the same guy, if you remember. Instagram was just pictures and videos, right? It was first just pictures, then they added videos. And then the boy Zucks tried to buy Snapchat, and Snapchat said no, and he did what every mafia boss would do. He punched them in the throat, copied their feature, and I have kids in my church who think Instagram invented stories, not Snapchat. Legitimately, right? This is, so Instagram invented stories, not Snapchat. Legitimately, right? This is so I wouldn't put it past Zuck. Yes, the llama models kind of suck. They're nowhere to be found. But in my opinion,
llama models suck so bad. Llama models suck. It's a no-go area. I'm like, Zuck, so what's young? Do you get like Zuck has a sucking problem, in my opinion. Only one thing hit, since your Zuck is a typical one-hit wonder kind of artist, you get, but he's the one-hit wonder tech guy. He had a magical idea, he hit, ran up so good, you get, it's just up there and you just can't top it. You were so good, too good for yourself. You were too good for your own, like for your own good. Can you imagine? That's Zuck for me, man. That gotta be Zuck for me, man.
when you look at Zuck's history, he's a mob boss. The guy just knows how to punch companies in the
Five line whoop. Are you still here?
face and do things better than them, right? So like you look at the WhatsApp acquisition, you look at him buying Instagram. The guy is a genius. So I wouldn't put it past him, but right now it's OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google. And then interface, meaning the chat and
I feel like you are lacking, bro. And I feel the way you can, this topping is going to, and I love it because it's going to write a new release. It's cheaper. It's it gets cheaper. It gets cheaper because why would you make me stop using a certain platform and I should come and use yours? Because right now, whatever there's nothing you can do that your competition would not do. In fact, like if you top up something, the other competition will just ask the AI, like, how do I, what do we add to what we have that will make this one better? Do you get that will top this one? I'm saying it on Twitter. I've been saying this on Twitter. I think AGI is here already. If you, especially if you have the cloud compute, you have AGI. There's just no like, is this AI? This is how I want it to work for me, and not just cause something could be AGI in some other different field, whether physically or something. What, some AGI that builds shoes or something, and you might not have interest for that. But these are incentivized to not tell you that they are like, we're there. We could do more with what we have now that we want to do. They want to add, because as far as commercial base is concerned, I think there would always be that topping to catch those persons. Like, cause where the front, this is the cutting edge tech, and where the front row cutting edge is happening is not even by these commercial apps, cause they are dancing between, like, fine line between, what they call it. They are dancing on the fine line between getting sued and also because of how they are doing, like where they are getting their data from to power these things. Yeah, I've lost track of what I was trying to say just now, but when it comes to my head, I'll drop it.
Interface or the UI, the UX that people are using in order to interact with these models, right? OpenAI having ChatGPT, the interface itself, very popular amongst normies and even us developers. And then you have Anthropic's, Claude.com. I'll be honest, I barely use it. Not like it breaks. ChatGPT very popular amongst normies and even us developers. And then you have Anthropic's, Claude.com. I'll be honest, I barely use it. Not like it breaks. ChatGPT, both OpenAI and Anthropic.
Hold on. So this isn't looking well. Landscape on landscape. Let's see this shit. I guess it. Crop pad.
Anthropic are in the space. They develop not only models for developers, but also developer tooling, right? For like Codex CLI, Claude Code, right? So they're very much in the developer space. And then you have media, right? And it's only not like in break Anthropic itself, very popular amongst OpenAI having UI, the UX that people are using in order to interact with these models, right? OpenAI having ChatGPT, the interface itself, very popular amongst normies and even us developers. And then you have Anthropic's Claude.com. I'll be honest, I barely use it. Not like it breaks. ChatGPT break popular amongst normies and even us developers. And then you have Anthropic's Claude.com. I'll be honest, I barely use it. Not like it breaks. ChatGPT breaks too. They both suck. This is why I use T3 Chat. My boy Theo and Anthropic are in the space. They develop not only models for developers, but also developer tooling, right? They all use any of the models. For developers, my boy Theo's product, you should check it out.
T3 Chat. The fuck is that? T3 Chat. Yeah. T3 Chat. Bro, did you just shout out your guys?
Not like it breaks. ChatGPT breaks too. They
Do you get? I really don't use much of the Grok models. These are two things I would like to watch. That Learn to Learn in 30 minutes. International, the big lie about smarter AI models. Like, when you optimize something so much for a certain degree of something, what someone doesn't want you to know. Con man. Is this more perfect union?
both suck. This is why.
Bro, what's by Theo AI app? Give us something. T3 Chat. The builder who is also on YouTube. Ooh, I like that title. The best AI chat app ever. I'll be the judge of that. We just got into my zone. Okay, basic web UI. Oh, you guys are not supposed to see this, isn't it? How does that work? How does so is it's not free. Unlock some others, but okay. So it's just these two that are free. They are free open source models now. Brush, Procreate, Gemini 3 Pro, Nano Banana. GPT Instant. Two calling, not two calling. Effort control. Alright. So is that it? Oh, we use this. These GPT models, they are free. Then there's the legacy models. I'm having to come and pay for legacy models. Oh, okay. Grok 3 mini. Who uses Grok? Like, I still wonder the market that is out there for like Grok. Don't get me wrong, blog Grok is in his own realm. Don't get me wrong, I can't even lie. But again, I'm like, can me forget this appealing for me? I can't use search. Interesting. Yo. Everybody saying yo. How you doing? I crashed out on this 40-year-old man for kissing me on the lips while I was. Huh? Hmm? Hmm? I crashed out on this 40-year-old man for. I mean, that's slow. 40-year-old man for kissing me on the lips while I was sleeping, and now he turned me gay. Okay. Okay. Good for you. I don't know why you had to say that out loud though, but if it works by you, or I might need to take a nap. Oh, this will be the first time I will sleep on stream. I might need to take a nap, man.
This is an ultra slim 16.1 inch
Can
one.
we?
The entire body is made of solid aluminum.
Why is so
With
round,
no extra
man?
power is needed.
Why you have to be this funny? Yeah.
Stray, and you won't believe how. And as the son of
All right. Chill. T3 T3.gg. What's the cost of a GG extension? Do that. What do you call that again? We have got hacked again. It doesn't make videos every time.
which is why GitHub is joining in on the fun with their most recent.
This guy.
There are really two components to this. The first is to very deeply appreciate the fundamental law of attraction, which is that people want what they want, someone into wanting you. In fact, the more that they're going to want you back, on some level, you're doing the wanting for both of them. So this should be the framework which will motivate you to do the second part. You'll understand that this is actually in your best interests to stop this sort of obsessive rumination. And to actually begin the process requires consistent use of the block and replace technique. The thoughts come up, you say, no, I don't think it gets easier.
And I can't wait for Mozilla's new CEO to take over and do all these awesome plans. Anthony just took the reins, and he has made some bold statements that I'm sure all Firefox users are going to love. Seeing it, and they deleted the call out about privacy. All Firefox users. Anthony just took the reins as new CEO to take over and do all these awesome plans. Anthony just took the reins, and he has made some bold statements that I'm sure all Firefox users are going to love, especially after all of the changes recently around the privacy of Firefox and how they're no longer guaranteeing it, and they deleted the call out about privacy in their terms, a product that wraps Bright Data, one of the bigger data scraping platforms on the web. I'm sure that they're going to be all in on building around trust. Yeah. Every product must align with trust. We will grow through transparent monetization of key recognizing value. Cool. And then 3, Firefox web browser. I know this because I'm somewhere between the two. I don't want an AI browser, I also want Firefox, but it means I understand both groups very well. And man, I feel like people who use Firefox are very different from the people who want an AI browser. I know this because I'm somewhere between the two. I don't want an AI browser, I also want Firefox, but it means I understand both groups very well. And man, I feel like I'm the only person who's not surprised by this at all. There's a lot to talk about here, from the history of Firefox, how it raises money, why they exist still in the first place, how they're going to survive in the future, and most importantly, why the fuck is Mozilla and AI Firefox. But like anything in my years of researching and talking about browsers is that the only way you make money in them is if Google pay you way too much for the default search engine. We're not being paid by Google for default anything, so we're going to take a quick break for today's sponsor. Recently, I've been trying to talking about browsers is that the only way you make money in this place, how they're going to survive in the future, and most importantly, why the fuck is Mozilla and AI Firefox. But like anything in my years of researching, and way smarter when you let it do the things it's good at, like writing code. Do you expect an AI to magically parse through hundreds of tools and use them correctly to do complex tasks? You're kind of crazy. Even Anthropic and Cloudflare agree, and are now showcasing how you can use MCP more effectively. You just write it as TypeScript that the model can generate and then run. But where are you going to run that code? It's not as simple as it seems. Setting up a safe sandbox is all the pieces that I've a lot for my side projects recently, and it's honestly just unbelievable how far ahead they are. Let me just show you this code snippet from the homepage because it describes how they work better than I ever could. You create a new Daytona instance, you create a sandbox by calling await Daytona.create with a language if you want to give it one. Now you can call code response by running await sandbox.process.code run with some TypeScript code. Now you have a result. If you want to execute things not inside of a language but inside of like the bash terminal, you can do that too. Wait sandbox.process, you can wait for your agent to finish what it's doing. It doesn't matter. It handles it all really, really well, and it doesn't charge you a ton of money as they do it. One of the things they do uniquely well is their persistence of state. So if your agent needs to go think for a while, you're not stuck waiting with your CPU running. It can just hibernate and spin back up nearly instantaneously in literal milliseconds once the agent is ready to run things in your box again. And even if it was running constantly, it would pop of it, makes it an unbelievable deal, and just gets me excited to build things where agents can control computers. And not just controlling through the terminal, by the way. $200 of free compute on top of it makes it an unbelievable deal. And just gets me excited to build things where agents can control computers. And not just controlling through the terminal, by the way. They've now introduced a full computer use sandbox for virtual desktops on Linux, Windows, and even macOS that you can control with code. Seriously.
An agent first inference deployed to the cloud.
Like this. Just trust me and go give them a shot now. Where they specifically had in their FAQ section, does Firefox sell your personal data? And there was an answer of nope, never have, never will. And we protect you from many of the advertisers who do. Firefox products are designed to protect your privacy. That's a promise. And this section was removed as a real commit. Kind of crazy. This was, publicly speaking, at the beginning of the end of Firefox's perception, and I am proud to be one of the advocates leading the charge against the shit show that is the current Mozilla team. I feel a bit bad because I do have friends who work there, and I know how hard they work to make Firefox and other Mozilla products good, but they've also killed enough of the things I love. They've also acted weird enough publicly, and the ways that they waste their money are just insane. So let's go through a bit of history. How did Firefox get not just the best for privacy or because it's open source, because it was actually the best browser, followed standards, the best, had the most functionality, and was the fastest and most
That's interesting to me. Like I have conversation with a lot of different people.
It's interesting to you. Please don't touch me again.
What did you say? Can we play soccer football? Bro. Calm down.
That's interesting to me. Like I have conversation
You couldn't interview Gates a few years
with
ago.
a lot of different people.
It's interesting to you. Please don't touch me again.
I'm very sure this guy loved making interviewers uncomfortable. Gets the very funny nigga. Oh my god.
So what's next?
Thanks for talking to me. What you mean what's next? I'm gonna walk out the door when we finish.
Thank you for the talk. It was definitely different. I can tell you different. I can tell I love
dog.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Hey,
You ain't getting me out, pal.
I'll
You
be
gonna let me
honest
hang
with
like that, man?
Look,
Now, I know, man, you've heard it 1,000 times. You can be tested at all times, man. Back or how? In many different ways, man. Like, people
give me an example.
I'll give you an example of the one where the girl reached out at you. You know?
That's what you've been wanting to ask me.
No, that's not what I've been wanting to ask you. That's not what I've been wanting to ask you.
Just ask the question that you asked.
A great leader in the world, in history, you need 3 skills. And if you just analyze what the leaders of today are like, it will make sense to you, okay? So Putin, Trump, every leader in the world shares these 3 skills. The first is unpredictability. People can, so Donald Trump is probably his lack of empathy. He doesn't, in life, you need these 3 skills. You don't care. Lack of empathy. You're very, do well. To be a great leader.
And I want to thank the guys that are not my friends anymore.
To be a great leader. So, if you want to really be creative, you have to trust the universe. If you really want to destroy your creativity, you follow this system, okay? So what I'm telling you, and I know this is going to be weird, but school, it destroys your creativity because it teaches you a process that does not work. No scientist in the history of humanity has ever come up with a great idea using the scientific method. I guarantee you. They've all came up with a great idea through their imagination, through their intuition, by channeling the divine. Okay, that's every single scientist, including Einstein, Newton.
I think I need a whiteboard.
You have to trust you.
I think I really don't need a whiteboard.
Now, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you, telling you, and teaching you why women feel more loved by a man